Hi guys and welcome to another FIFA 22 Road to the Final player review. The second card that we're taking a look at is the 88 rated Alexis Sanchez, who I was able to pack in one of my 81 plus player pick packs. I completed like 18 of them, opened them at 6 p.m. Got him in one of the packs, which is fantastic. Doesn't go for like a whole lot of coins, 60, 70, 80,000 coins or I think a lot of it's down to the fact that, of course, Inter played their first game against Liverpool earlier in this week. Did lose, of course, fantastic win for Liverpool. Very happy with the performance. So yeah, but obviously this card very unlikely to get an upgrade because you very much would fancy Liverpool to get into the last 8 of the Champions League, but just as like an 88 rated card, listen, he's probably not going to get those upgrades to an 89 rated or to a 90 rated, is he? That's in all honesty. But I think on the whole, he still looks a pretty decent card, and you know, I thought we'll test him out. Of course, I already have reviewed the 87 rated Kimpembe. If you want to go and see that video on the channel, but I thought we'll also go and review him. You know, see how he plays. I suppose you could use him either as a cam or as a striker. So I suppose in that way, it's kind of cool and being a little bit versatile. But I thought we'll use him as a striker and see how he plays. And even the late chemistry to come away with 3 goals in 3 matches didn't get me any assists, but a decent return, you know, 1 goal ratio per game kind of coming out as in the end after the 3 matches. Even with just that basic camera style, yeah, you know, he played well for him. He's got the finesse player trait as well. I think he also has the flair player trait, which are a couple of nice player traits to have for an attacking player. But yeah, no, his pace is very, very good. You know, even that basic camera style, his acceleration remains at 92. His sprint speed goes into the 90s, so he is pretty quick off the mark, which is fantastic. Great for either a cam or a striker position. He is quick. He doesn't get outpaced, or he doesn't struggle to outpace opposition defenders. If anything, he's very effective at being able to outpace opposition defenders. And I think that also kind of, the way that he's able to, that kind of ties in nicely with how good his dribbling is, how quick that he is to turn on the ball. You know, he's got that 95 balance already. You know, he goes up to 95 agility as well for basic cams. His ball control goes into the mid-90s. His dribbling, his in-game dribbling goes to 95. All of his dribbling stats, aside from his composure. Now, in all honesty, he actually, a lot of the goals that he scored for me, 2 of the goals from open play, he showed great composure inside the box to be able to beat the goalkeeper, especially one of them where I think it's the final goal that he scores where the ball's kind of played across the top, if I remember. There's a defender right on the back of him, and he's basically got like a one-on-one chance, but still the defender right below or like right behind it. And usually composure could play into a bit of an issue there, and then he doesn't finish, or he just hits it straight at the goalkeeper. Slots it right into the bottom left corner. So as far as I would consider, his composure wasn't that much of an issue at all in game. I just feel like this card, though, in all honesty, just lacks a little something, and I think that's kind of reflected in his play. Like, even if Inter hadn't played their first game against Liverpool, or even if they maybe drew or even won their first leg game against Liverpool, I still don't think this card will go for a great deal of coins. I think obviously the Serie A does get overlooked a little bit in that there aren't really, I don't think there was any team of the year from the Serie A this year. Of course, there were a few honorable mention cards, but I feel like the Serie A, it's a very underrated league, but in FIFA I never really feel like it gets the support that it often does. So in that sense, I think that's kind of reflecting in his price. But then also just in game, I just thought he was missing that little extra, you know, cutting edge that some of the other attacking players in this game just have. Like, you know, and there are plenty of better attacking players than him. There's nothing necessarily wrong with him. You know, maybe that kind of comes into the thing where, well, maybe he should be better played as a cam. You know, I was kind of thinking, you know, even as a striker, you know, passing can still be, you know, very, very well used. He's got some nice passing stats, you know, 87 short passing, 88 vision. He linked up okay with the rest of the team. It was nothing out of this world. And maybe as a cam, you would notice his passing stand out a little bit more, just because, you know, as a cam, they kind of tend to pull the strings a little bit more in the team from like from an attacking perspective, you know, feeding balls through to whether it be the striker or to the wingers, you know, out wide and all that type of thing. So yeah, maybe he might be better, you know, utilized as a cam rather than a striker. But in all honesty, I think as far as strikers go in the Serie A, for a card that's under 100,000 coins, that still could, unlikely, but that still could get upgrades. I would suppose he's a half decent option at that, you know, and he got me a pretty decent return on the whole. But anyway, guys, that'll finish off this review. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.